I hear a lot of like massage therapists who've been doing it or haven't been doing it, but a lot of them complain about now they can't do it because they start hurting or they get injured themselves through their practice because they don't take care of their own body and they don't have their own regime of keeping themselves healthy and grounded when they do their work. And I just wanted to ask you guys what kind of things you do, like outside of your work, or what you have done on you to keep you physically and emotionally healthy to work on your clients, so that you can work, you can keep doing this for 50 years till you're 80. You don't have to stop.
I think I have seen that a lot myself. In fact, we just had a class on self-care for massage therapists, and there's a lot of the basic stuff that's taught here. How you, like the demonstration earlier, the way she was using the rocking instead of just bearing down. That kind of stuff makes an enormous difference in whether how long you're doing it and how good you feel while you're doing it.
What do you do for yourself?
But I do a lot of exercises for that, and kind of consider, if you look at most of the athletes, professional or collegiate or whatever, they generally do training so that they can take care of their body so that they can do their sport. So they're making their body strong enough to withstand the stresses of that sport. And so I think that would be kind of the same thing that I would recommend and that I do recommend for massage therapists, because you can kind of think of yourself as like a massage athlete, and that you would need to take steps to make sure that you're strengthening your body in such a way that you're not taking so much of the impact yourself. But also I think that the way that they introduce different techniques, like I've worked around a lot of physical therapists and athletic trainers at different places, and a lot of them are taught the anatomy and taught the different tissues and how you work these tissues, and they're fairly aggressive, most of them, because they think too much in black and white, and they think too much of the body as a machine, and so they don't take the person into account as well. And so these people are always injured because they're just kind of forcing tissues, and that's really hard on your own body. It's also very unpleasant for the person receiving it. So getting exposed to all the different kinds of work that are out there allows you to kind of open your mind and not think, oh, I'm going to just do this like I'm repairing a car. In fact, Hilmer's work is extremely gentle and extremely slow, and if you didn't want to get hurt, that would be one to do. And not to step on his way of explaining it, basically you're putting the muscle in a shortened position and letting the muscle or the nervous system kind of reset itself. So to answer your question, I think that there are steps you can take professionally, like how you actually do your craft. There are steps you would take on your own. How am I going to make sure that I can withstand this? And then also changing your thinking so that you're not just thinking, okay, all I'm doing is just getting out knots and stretching fascia. That's my experience of it.
Yeah, I think this is kind of where school teaching and probably nursing and body work come together. And that is, caregivers altogether are notoriously poor at taking care of themselves. And so either you make that a priority, hearing what Mark just said and anybody else who teaches here will tell you, or you don't. And if you don't, then you'll hurt yourself and get over the injury, and then you will take care of yourself. That's just what it comes down to. And I'll certainly echo with what Mark said, the way that I was taught to do massage strokes and so forth, and not to mention the self-care techniques I was taught, there's really no excuse for injuring yourself to the point that you can't work for a period. It just shouldn't happen. It might happen if you lose that awareness.
I'm going to get a little more specific in exactly what I do. Massage is physical. So, I see my body as my instrument. So I exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I make sure I include yoga and weight training in it. Make sure you get plenty of rest. You want to look at your diet, what you're consuming, and look at your stress levels. Do what you need to do to reduce your own stress. Get regular massage. Get at least bi-weekly massage, or I guess some people say at least once a month, but I do bi-weekly. And what else? Exercise, massage, take care of yourself. I take Sundays completely off. Make sure you have at least 1 or 2 days off. And then after I massage, sometimes I might have to ice an arm, or I might have to stretch it out. But usually, warming up before the session and then stretching after. And I have a physical therapist too that I see for maintenance or tune-ups.
I think they all about covered it. Bi-weekly massage, making sure that I exercise, just taking care of yourself the way anybody should take care of themselves. And then after each session, there are certain stretches that I do because I know which muscles I've overworked during the session, so I stretch them out immediately when I'm done. And then one thing that I've noticed, and several of my peers have noticed, is kind of being aware of who we're working on. When you're doing structural body work, it seems like certain injuries or certain tension patterns in our clients seem to come in waves. Like I'll have a week where everybody has a shoulder problem, and for whatever reason, energetically speaking, often by the end of that week, my shoulder hurts. So paying attention to what's on my table and what's under my hands so that I know how to protect my body and what stretches I need to do, what exercises I need to do, if I need to ice something. Just being aware.